Hey there, it's Dr. Amanda Noel, the founder of Aphrodite University, helping divine feminine entrepreneurs launch their sexy six-figure blissnesses in 1 year. Today I'm going to talk about how to avoid something very common I see there in coaches, entrepreneurs, divine feminine healers who turn their passions into a business, is burnout. So I want to give you 3 hot tips to help you keep your blissness juicy, exciting, and to never burn out. So the first tip is to remember your big why. Your big why is going to call in your soulmate clients. Your big why is going to be what wakes you up in the morning, what gets you out of bed, going straight into your day with a ball of joy and bliss and excitement. If you don't know your big why, if you're not super grounded in what makes you pleasure-filled, excited, juicy, and it's in alignment with your soul purpose, if you don't have your big why, what happens is you can end up getting bought out. You can end up selling your soul, so to speak, and you take on clients that are not really aligned with your soul. What I call soulmate clients will end up not coming through, and you'll start attracting clients that really get you into the pain zone. You're ending up feeling like tired versus excited. You take on energy vampires. You start over pleasing. You start doing all these weird things because you're not fully aligned with your core values of why you're doing this. So tip number 2 is to take some time and journal, spend time meditating, maybe out in nature, and journal about your big why. You may journal some very general things like, my passion is to feel sensually alive, to feel great in my body. It's to give away my experience, expertise, wisdom to others and see them implement it and to learn. I love to feel beautiful. Whatever it is that makes you really excited, and it doesn't have to be one core thing. But what I'd like you to do is journal, whether it's a page or a book of pages. Take all the time you need to journal about your big why. And then I do want you to do something that's really, really exciting and also a bit of a challenge. I want you to read over it, and then I want you to boil it down to maybe 10 words, circling them or just channeling them. And then from there, boil it down to 5 words, and then to 3 words, and then guess what? To 1 word. So when you're boiling this down, what you're doing is you're distilling the core values of all the energy that you have. And it's really going to help you clarify from the most primordial part of yourself why you're doing this. So that when it happens, when you're having a bad day, when you feel really frustrated, when you feel like nothing's working in your blissness, you go back to this word. And it's like your mantra, your blueprint. And it helps you get to the other side. Tip number 3 is a really fun tip. It's to take extreme self-care of yourself, to bring in absolutely the most amount of bliss into your life as possible. It's so important to claim back your pleasure, and I recommend having an entire menu of things that you can turn to in your blissness on a daily basis that make you really happy, excited, and pleasure-filled. One thing for me is dance. I just love dance. I can be in a really depressed mood. I can feel really hopeless, helpless, unhappy. And then I put on music and then I start dancing, and it makes me feel alive again. And I connect to this spiritual deep place. I call it a dance-gasm. So some other things that you might want to integrate are going to the spa, taking absolute self-care of yourself with, putting on a face mask, or taking a bath, or getting a massage, having a circle of goddesses come over and doing a massage, trading on your partner. Something like hiking in nature for a couple of hours, taking a really nourishing hike. You may want to take yourself out on a self-love date. You might want to take a journal and go to your favorite high-end restaurant, put on a dress and feel really sexy, order a meal and a glass of wine or just some appetizers and sit out in the sunshine soaking in your day. Treating yourself as the goddess that you are, you will attract a high-end clientele who is ready to embrace that high priestess in you in themselves as a high priestess or high priest. We are creating a vortex of energy together, so if you commit to your original purpose, your passion, your power in the most divinely aligned way, it impacts everyone else in your industry. Thank you for joining me today. Go ahead and subscribe for more free tips over at www.aphroditeuniversity.org. You can go ahead and subscribe, post any comments you have, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Namaste, namasko.